A lot of those students are going to be tapping on computers, which is why it's especially important for them to wash their hands. And you can get prepared by actually purchasing the greatest and latest technology for your kid. Best Buy is here this morning. Jorge Gomez is here to give us the latest deals and steals, because you guys usually have some great products at reasonable prices right around this time.
Yeah.
And what do you have for us this morning?
Okay, so we start off with a laptop essentials bundle.
Okay.
Which Best Buy made it a point to make sure that everything's found in one box for the people trying to save money but still get the latest and greatest. So you have these two bundles that are very good, for that. One's $3.99, the other one's $2.99. Basic laptops for basic use for school, and they come with a sleeve, wireless mouse, and a thumb drive, and the antivirus.
What size is that computer?
This one would be, I'm not mistaken, a 15.6, and so is this one. The only difference is the processor, a little bit more on the higher end, a little bit starter version.
Okay, so those are great bundles, because
Yeah.
that's a very reasonable price, especially if you're getting the sleeve and all the essentials, the mouse.
Antivirus.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great deal.
So there's something, we're doing instant savings. And of course you have these are a little bit more exotic,
Yeah.
but they make sense for the college student. Like these two, they turn into tablets.
Okay.
And of course you have your ever popular MacBook Pro.
Let's go ahead and show our viewers how you turn that into a tablet, because I think this is just so fascinating. When I was in college, we did have these that would flip over,
Yeah.
and that was sort of the start of the tablet we were talking about. But now you can actually disconnect it from the computer
Yes.
and turn it into a tablet.
Yeah. It looks just like the Surface that Microsoft has.
Okay.
Now, the other thing we did notice with going back to school these days is some of the parents and some of the students want to have support,
Yeah.
in case something were to go wrong. So you have tech support. And tech support, the way it works, you cover up to 3 devices. That includes a desktop, a laptop, and a tablet. And we cover unlimited virus removals, software installs, hardware installs, diagnostics, and you get to have service at your home.
And that's great, because a lot of that stuff separately is extremely expensive. And speaking of, I know that Apple has great support, and this is a MacBook Pro. This is one of the most popular ones that you have. How much is the MacBook in comparison to the PCs? And what is the difference between a PC and a Mac?
Well, PC, it's going to be your basic computer format found, so it's a little bit easier to use. But Mac, it does have not the advantage of running Windows, but you can also run their program at the same time. So it does a little bit more than what a PC will do.
And their graphics resolution is very,
so that's
very good.
For someone that's going into graphic, designing or something like that, that would be your best, bet to get something.
And then we also have the standard tablet, the classic tablet, the little iPad mini.
Yeah.
This is so cute.
So this one, anybody that's had an iPhone is going to be familiar with the format. It just looks like the iPhone, but bigger.
Grab this.
And these are real good for like the student that's on the go. They want to take notes, they want to be on the internet, but they don't want to carry the backpack with a bag with everything.
Absolutely.
This is, awesome.
You also have the Samsung, or the Samsung, as my mom likes to call it. This is a different type of tablet.
It's an Android-based tablet, but just like a PC or anybody that's familiar with an Android cell phone, it will do the same thing as that, but in a bigger format. And again, it connects to the Wi-Fi. You can do notes, multitask if you're gonna want something simple.
We hear Android so much, and that's the operating system that
Android.
a lot of these different companies run their platforms on, right?
Yeah.
And dialing
Pretty
in
soon
home,
you'll have
call me
phones that
maybe. They're thinking of making one this big, right? So, and if you don't want to use this as a calculator, you have the Texas Instruments calculators.
These right here. So anybody familiar with the old days, calculators were kind of like old, bulky, just one color. So now they have them in black and pink, and we also have a blue one at the store.
And it can match your JanSport
they can
backpack, which you
match
guys
your
just started
JanSport
carrying.
backpacks. Now that we carry them now, it's been one of those things where customers were saying last year, why don't you carry the backpacks? We had the laptops, but where are the backpacks?
Okay.
So now we're carrying them.
Well, really quickly, where are the Best Buy locations in the Valley?
There's 3 in McAllen and 1 in Bronzeville. And of course you have one, actually there would be 4 in McAllen because the one inside the mall.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Very useful information. Mary, back to you.